Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome back to some more EVE Online. In today's video we are going to discuss the new business that I'm starting. We are doing some industry, and first of all I want to make some munitions. It's something that I've always said is one of the most accessible ways to get started with industry, especially for newer players. The main reason for that is that munitions, well, you shoot them and they're gone, so there is this constant consumption of that good in New Eden, which means that there should be a more constant demand for the goods that you're producing and thus an easier time selling, because that's, I think, one of the hardest things to do, actually sell the stuff that you make at a profit. It's not very easy to do at the moment for, let's say, Tech 1 ships and probably for some modules as well, since lots of that just comes from straight up loot. So the plan for me is to add an industry layer on top of my exploration experience in EVE Online. So everything that I find through exploration, I will bring to Jita, sell it, and there I will use this. For instance, here's some of the stuff that I found. A couple of membranes, including a, let's see, an energized adaptive one worth 137 million. Bring that to Jita, try and sell it there. Usually it's at a premium because lots of these goods are actually super expensive at the moment because of the abyss. And then with that disc, buy and bring back resources such as minerals in order to make munitions and other goods as well. So part of this, the plan here is to discover what kind of items I should be making, what kind of demand there is for these goods locally, but also in Jita, and what kind of premiums we can get out of them. So let's start with my industry job. So I'm also doing some research, but if I'm not mistaken, I know the Orca is actually done as well, so I'll have to work on that in fact, I'll just take these as well. Why the hell not? We'll finish all of this too, and I will deliver some of the munitions that I have been making. Let's do a quick stack all so that I can grab them. And first part here, right, try to build for the local market. It's something that I would like to do, but for munitions so far, it's not going too well. So what I've been making is mostly thermal and EM missiles. I think that those can be mostly useful against Sansha and the Blood Raiders. You do get Blood Raider outposts here from time to time. But if I go to my wallet and then my sell orders, my market orders, you can see that I've tried to do a run of Inferno cruise missiles, Inferno heavy missiles, and Mjolnir cruiser and heavy missiles. All of those 10,000 in Detail Spectre fleet, and none of them has sold yet. Now these prices are pretty expensive, but compared to anything 4 or 5 jumps out, this is actually the cheapest that they were at the time of me posting them. On the other hand, I've done a second run of these as well, brought them to Jita, and you can see right here in my transactions, market transactions, quick load. Look at that, Inferno torpedoes, all of them sold, the heavy missiles as well, the cruise missiles as well, and all of these have been selling at decent unit prices, I think. So in fact, that's something that I wanted to do now, is take a look at the Jita prices that I managed to get and compare those to what is happening in the industry window, because of course you want to have a decent premium. So let's put this stuff in the fleet hangar, and let's start here with the Inferno torpedoes that I have been able to sell at 239 ISK. Why are they up to 249 here? That's kind of weird. Must be some sort of bulk buying or something that is causing that to happen. But price 239. So let's go with Inferno torpedo and take a look at that. So the input here for 100 runs, which is 10,000 units, is 2.7 million. The output is at 2.2 million. Ooh, that's actually at a loss, and the average price for one would thus be 228. So this is very bad, actually, costing me 2.7 million on average to make. So that's actually a mistake, and the reason why these are selling so well, of course. So Inferno torpedoes, that is a no. Next up we have some Mjolnir heavy missiles selling for 69. Let's take a look at the Mjolnir heavy missile then. Production here is going for 320,000 ISK, estimated value 650 or 647, and that would be at 64 or 265 ISK. So I'm even selling that at a higher premium than this, and look at the values here, double, more than double compared to the input. So that's definitely one that we want to do, because that's a very nice margin for the ISK right there. So yeah, these guys, we're gonna make 10,000 more of them. Next one, Mjolnir cruise missile sold for 223. Mjolnir cruise missile. Let's take a look at these. Input here again, 1.9 million. Output 2.2 million. It's 10,000 units, so that is at around the same price, 222, 223, something like that. So not bad, I think, right? 1.9. 2.2. It's not a massive margin, but it's definitely not as bad as the Inferno torpedoes, which are produced at a loss at the moment at the current prices. So we're gonna do another run of these as well. And then something that I wanted to explore, is there anything else here? Inferno heavy missiles, all right, selling for 67 ISK. Let's take a look at that. So here 400,000 ISK input, 64467, so that seems to be about right. And again, very nice premium on that, so we're definitely gonna build more of these as well. And then the Inferno cruise missiles selling for 169. Here input 1.1 million, output estimated value 1.67 million. So that again, look at that nice premium, about 50% increase in price, and is about right for the Jita sales. So we're gonna make some more of these as well. I'm trying to keep my build times to less than a day, so that I can try and get into this every single day and learn a little bit more. And then the final one that's actually new, I haven't done. Oh, I actually did a 500 run. Do I have any of these here? Yeah, Inferno light missiles, but I haven't sold any of them just yet. This input is at 224,000. And output is double that. And why do I think that these are great? Well, they're awesome for the Gila, of course, with rapid light launchers. Should mean lots of consumption as well. And so these are definitely, I think, very interesting. But the first lesson that I'm actually learning right here, if I look at my market orders, let's make this a little bit bigger again, at my market orders, is that it's very difficult to actually compete in the local market at the moment. Doesn't seem to be a lot of demand here. Jita, on the other hand, everything gets sold very quickly and at pretty good prices, actually very close to and even higher than the prices that are calculated by the average. So that is going to be my next activity in EVE Online. We're gonna explore industry a little bit more. You don't need that much, obviously. Here is, I'm doing all of this in my own Raitaru. All you need is an industry service that's up and running, keep everything fueled, and then you can keep doing that. Part of these taxes, in fact, that I'm paying. Do I have anything left in here? I will quickly take a look at the Mjolnir torpedo. 2 million, 2.1 million, not that great. And then if you look at the cost of 52,000 ISK, let's see, you've got a facility tax of 0.01, which is 53 ISK. That's also a cost that everyone has to bear. For me, that actually goes to my corporate wallet. And then the system cost index is at 2.9%. I'm not sure if that's high or not, but that's another 54,000. Well, you need at least that 3% margin basically before it's worth it to make them. And here 2082183, so that's 100,000 ISK. That's almost the entire cost of production, and that is gone from that margin. Add to that some sales tax, and this is definitely not as interesting as the others. So it looks like the torpedoes are out, and yeah, the heavy missiles and especially those small missiles, that was also double the price, are in. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. We are going to go on a bit of an industry adventure. Next step after this, I'm thinking some modules and also perhaps some local modules. Who knows, there's lots of moon mining activity in here, so perhaps we can find some demand there. And then I'm also thinking small ships, which I might try to make for the local market, because of course we have Spectre fleet in the system, and should really take a look at that cosmic signature perhaps before. Yeah, I think I'll do that before I do my trip to Jita. because it might be good, should be pretty new, newly spawned. And yeah, with Spectre fleet here, I do think that smaller ships might actually, up to cruiser, might find a decent market here as well. If not, well, we'll bring them to Jita as well. In the Occator, we've got a fleet hangar with 62,500 cubic meters, so should be all good. And that's basically how you get started. I personally think in industry, don't mind the stuff yourself, especially at the moment. If you watch Eve Talk, you know that minerals are all very close to 1 year lows. Really not a great time to be mining. Instead, I think do an activity that makes you more ISK for less effort, and then just buy the resources for your industrial activity. That's exactly what I am planning to do here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll keep you guys up to date, and as always, I'll see you next time.